right, well, the defect is what the defect is. We got our last win on the defect doing a boss relic swap. We swapped into the cursed key, and then in the first shop, we picked up a symbiotic virus with, and then we also had a loop in there. So loop was automatically going onto a dark orb. The dark orb then was dual cast and killed everything. It was very, very easy. It was nice. We got a heart kill out of it too. Yeah, all was well in defect land. This time we will get Slaver's Collar. Interesting. So no downside, but 4 energy on our bosses and elites. Now, fortunately or not, we have a 1, 2, 3 elite path with our empowered elite towards the end. So if we pick up some good stuff, maybe we'll get that. We'll see if my brain can keep up with the defect. Chill compile driver rebound. Didn't really chill. I've really come around on chill. It's one of my favorite cards now. Can't really seem to stop taking it. That said, it's usually only 1 copy of chill that I go for. Please. Very nice. Ooh, that is a tough choice. I think we have to take this ball lightning, but a floor 2 genetic algorithm. That is tough to pass on. But if we're going to take 3 elites, we have to get cards like ball lightning in here. The Spire's feeling very nice. 100 gold right into a shop, and unfortunately there's a Dolly's Mirror here. Dolly's Mirror on genetic algorithm's kind of cute, but came from a meeting of teachers. Yeah, I have a friend who just started teaching again, and that's a rough time. I really can't imagine. I surely wish you well, though. It's be rough. I forget how we're doing it here. And I don't teach, and I'm not in high school anymore, believe it or not. But I believe they're doing like 2 days in class, 3 days out of class, something like that. Like it's just some like really weird schedule that they have going on. Oh, floor 5 genetic algorithm, you say? Sure. Let's try that out. And we're going into our first elite. I think we have a lot of really good upgrades here. Genetic algorithm loop. I think we have to go for this ball lightning though if we're gonna ever kill like a gremlin knob or something. Probably also our strength potion. Yeah, Pretoria, yeah, you got your answer, or your question answered already, but yes, that is probably the best part about Dolly's Mirror on the defect. So yeah, Ritual Dagger, genetic algorithm get copied for wherever they're at, especially with a card like genetic algorithm where you can find Echo Form to stack this really high. It is a fantastic thing to Dolly's Mirror, sorry. Yeah, this swap into Slaver's Collar, honestly not bad at all. I'm not going to complain. I think, and I don't care at all. I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's fun. especially on the Defect. I feel like it's just a win. I don't like Cracked Core at all. I think the fact that it's there going into the later parts of the game is actively a downside. So I'm all about getting rid of that thing and putting something else in front. So if we were to make Chill innate, we'd always have a Frost Orb in front that we could dual cast or loop, right? Like this is kind of maybe a boss play if we get a defrag or something. Take a Bullseye because I think we're short on damage for, say, Gremlin Knob or something. Fewer than a quarter of the students did anything in class. I will say that might have been about where I would have been at too. Like I was not a great high school student at all. Is Gremlin Knob? I think we're looking to use Strength Potion because we suck in this fight. Loop is on the bottom, huh? Okay. Yo, Orichalcum. Now things are really starting to kick off. So Orichalcum, Loop, Plus, and Frost Orbs. That is a lot of just like innate block from hitting the E key. You love to see it. Usually you want a hologram going into the later parts of the game. Does deactivate our Orichalcum. Take one now for the potential. Yeah, I think honestly for my grad school courses, I was also like super distracted most of the time. It was difficult. I don't mean to cast any shade, but it would help if those lectures weren't so dry, but it is what it is. It's grad school, not high school. Grad school. Grad school's a lot of people just like talking about their own research and stuff. And that gets really boring. It's nice if they can relate it back to whatever it is that you're actively doing in your own research or something, but many of them don't attempt to do, unfortunately. Lagavulin. Okay. It's my grad school major. I'll just be brief and say that I am going for, the hell am I going for? Biochemistry. It has a different name, but this is so slow if we just go like this. We bottom decked like the bulk of our orb damage. I'm thinking about Liquid Memories on Bullseye just to keep the damage going for next turn. It's a good potion to have in the slime boss fight, though. Yeah, it's still active. I went back to school and decided to pursue science, for better or worse. Usually for worse. More curious what the long answer is like. The long answer is not more interesting. The issue with the long answer is like you end up doxing yourself because the long answer is very specific to my program. Hey, a Tori. Third genetic algorithm already. Ours is only on 9, but that's okay. I think we've played it every fight, and it's already like worth value for 1 energy, so I'm glad it's around. Darkness is kind of cute with our loop, I guess. We'd have to get it upgraded. Maybe just better to take the sweeping beam and try to upgrade that before the slime boss fight. Scales better into Act 2, I think. We'll anger some mushies. Use this potion next turn. I'm currently enrolled in a... master's program, but the master's program scales into a PhD. So I'll be applying for the PhD program in about a month or 2. I guess is exciting. I say I guess because grad school, not exciting. Dr. Dane indeed. 2022. Yeah, it's pretty okay. I don't mean to be overly negative about it, but grad school is it's a trip. What can I say? The whole purpose of grad school is to test your brain, basically, to make sure that you can keep up and be efficient and come up with novel ideas, and it's tough on everybody. Let's see, 1624. So we split you if we hit you. Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I could choose to write for my master's or do apply for the PhD, and I just kind of decided somewhere along the way to apply for the PhD. Next turn's just so awkward. If we split, it's not even a good split. Actually, Loop Frost Orb is bad with Orichalcum. Should have considered that more. Okay. All right, Spire. I see you. I see what you're doing. I don't respect it at all, but I see you. Yeah, for me, it's really going to come down to if I can find a decent advisor. That's going to make or break the entire experience. And I know that's true for basically everyone. But as a non-traditional student, I feel like, I don't know, there's like a guy that I'm friends with in the grad school, and he was never given a project. He's in like his 4th year, and he's just been taking care of mice for people. And I'm like, man, if I get stuck in the position where I don't get a project and I'm just taking care of mice for people, I'm too old for that. Like, I cannot be given some trivial job that a tech should have, and so on. I don't know. It's late. it's just really random thoughts right now. Meeting just finished. That was like 2.5 hours ago. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're on East Coast time too. That's late. Have a great night though. Yeah, it comes down to your advisor. Really does. They can give you like a fantastic experience. They can show you the world. There's a song about that. Could go for another Snecko run? I don't know, man. This isn't a great Snecko deck, but we can lean into it. Kind of. Let's just live by the confused debuff. We occasionally have 4 energy, so I like it. (9 p.m. to 11:30), as we say here in the Midwest. Oofda. Oh my god, Snecko! Ah. Oh, software dev stuff. Well, I appreciate the work that goes into that. Sorry if I missed any messages. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to both like keep the run going and respond to messages. So if I miss anything, always welcome to at me. This is going so poorly. But thank you, Tori, by the way. Tori's trying to keep our mood high. This is 8 plus 9, 17. That is not a kill. Unless we pull back like dual cast. Saves so much HP. I think it's worth it. Hey, Blecky. Good evening, my friend. Nice to see your name pop up in chat as well. It's been a little while. Easy button here. Oh yeah, I'm not. Straight up, I'm not doxing myself. I'm not saying what school I study at. There's 0% chance of that happening. No way. No way. Yeah, Snecko's being a little rude, but you know, again, we can build into it and make some things happen. Not a lot of really fun options here. We could take this Hand of Greed and try to be one greedy boy. Let's see where that takes us. Snecko, be kind. This is going to get so much better when Slaver's Collar's in the mix, so nothing to get too discouraged at yet, though this is an unfortunate series of attacks from the Chosen. X, vulnerable, big attack. That's a bad order. Now, we are just looking for Hand of Greed, please. Okay. A Swift Potion and a skip button. We have Swift Potion next turn if we absolutely need it. We don't. See, this is going to be 6 damage to all. Around 14. Math, help. God, my brain is failing. This needs to go here. Okay. It's all good. We've got the looped Electrodynamics Lightning Orb. What more could we possibly want? Some good cards to play, I think, would be on the list. Okay, now we're at the point where both of these are dying, so we're free to hit the leader. Again, need to get Genetic Algorithm and Hand of Greed, hopefully. Why? Why does this keep happening? Alright, got meat on the bone. Hey! Glacier says 2 on it. That you'd love to see. And let's get an upgrade going. Thanks to our Eternal Feather friend. So much healing between Toy Ornithopter, Eternal Feather, and Meat on the Bone. This would be a great, what's the thing called? Coffee dripper run. I think the most difficult part about Slaver's Collar for me is like switching my brain from 4 energy to 3 energy. This feels strange. I'm so used to playing on 4 energy now. We do have loop in play. It didn't upgrade Hand of Greed. Well, it's true. Oh, thank you, Roganon. Yeah, in spite of a few misplays, that heart fight ended up working out pretty okay. I'm kind of surprised by. Dude, if we had upgraded Hand of Greed. Right. No. Who knew? Who knew? There you go. We'll get some value. Got a Blessing of the Forge. Boot Sequence says plus, but also says, yikes, with Snecko Eye. We took a second copy of Hologram for the Snecko Eye things. I think we will do that. Relic is a pantograph. Very nice. Okay, or an energy brain. Go. I'm okay with using one of our potions. Mostly looking for... This is actually an okay hand. No, it's not an okay hand or upgrade. It kind of sucks. It would save our hologram, potentially. Actually, so much of this deck needs to be upgraded. Maybe we'll try to upgrade Hand of Greed. Okay, I think the damage is too important here. And then we don't have any sources of weak, so we can't actually get really good Torii value in this fight. But we'll have to play around that. Or the fact that we can't do that, rather. Ouch. Got him. One greedy boy. Got an unceasing top. Another copy of Loop is here. Great. Guess we'll take it. We're really looking for focus at this point. As you basically always are as the Defect. I find that's... It's always the case, is you're just looking for like that defrag plus. If we can get to 2 copies of Loop Plus, though, I'm feeling pretty good about that. This is 15, so we have 16, 21, 21, 41 plus 6, 47. We're just short of lethal. We upgrade Hand of Greed. I feel like that doesn't... I have to do the math. 25 times 0.75. 18 damage. So it's 16 plus 18 plus 6 plus 6. Is that right? Still short. Use this Swift Potion. Any other good upgrade hologram targets? We Swift Potion now, we shuffle the deck, so we can't pull any of this stuff out. So I'm like really hesitating on using hologram. Actually, if we use hologram first, we don't end up shuffling the deck. Ugh. Really hoping that genetic algorithm would be 1. It's fine. End of Greed? No, we have Loop. Never mind. Let me go for an upgrade on second Loop, I guess. So we're looking for some kind of scaling against Champ, and I don't think we've quite found it yet. Neko, please. I mean, we have to Electro. That's how we win this fight. Ouch. We could have gone for super Hand of Greed value this fight. Well, we can definitely stall against one. I don't know how well we could have stalled against two. All right, got a captain's wheel. And does machine learning do anything for us against champ? I mean, kind of. It's nice with Snecko. I really don't want it here, though. It's just one extra card draw. We have to pass. Ah, order. Dang it. A full block there, but I messed up. I goofed. Good fight. Get meat on the bone value. And then we have both Eternal Feather and Pantograph going into the champ fight. None of this helps us. And it is not looking so good against champ. Really don't know what helps us, to be honest. We do not scale at all with focus or orb slots or anything like that. You could do Hand of Greed. Just a big attack. I don't think it's enough, but we'll try. Can also look for a good hand to use our Blessing of the Forge on. Getting holograms upgraded. If we had a letter opener, we could try to go infinite here. If we could get both holograms in hand, that might be the best. Maybe Bullseye. Interesting. We passed on Darkness. Like, we saw one copy of Darkness in Act 1 that I chose to pass on. So if it comes down to not taking a single copy of Darkness, I accept my fate. So everything that we can play and exhaust is done with. So we are just looking to line up these holograms for Blessing of the Forge. Got him. I mean, we don't got them, but we got our holograms. together. Like a letter opener, and we would have got infinite eventually. Yes. So I guess our choices at this point, like, bring champ below half, try to deal with execute through other means. But I think it's what we have to do, probably. Or I don't really know. Deal with execute how? I don't know. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I'm saying is all we have to do is pull both holograms at 0 cost and we deal with execute. That's it. That's the whole game plan. Yeah, so this is the idea. So if we can't scale ourselves, we have to hit him before he gains strength and metallicize. Because if we don't, then we just lose the slow way. This is... What is this going to do? This is going to do so much damage. I think we dip him below half. And isn't he applying... Isn't he reapplying vulnerable here? So that could be bad. It's happening. Oh, I should have done hand agreed. Okay. This is fine. Well, the game plan of just get both holograms at 0 did not quite work out for me. Ouch. We need this lightning orb in front, don't we? Or do we just keep cycling? Both holograms at 1. Very close. Close to perfect. More damage, a little more damage. This is fine. Oh god. Oh. And the Hand of Greed? Now that's an execute. Okay. I did not think we would make it through that fight, but I guess just we channeled enough orbs and had 2 copies of Loop, so things kind of worked out our way. This one says 2 on it. Love it. Okay. Fusion Hammer, Calling Bell, Black Star. I don't think I want a Black Star this late. Fusion Hammer. Fusion Hammer's okay, but we're looking to upgrade our holograms. Ideally, let's say Ding Dong Crack the Dawn. We'll do the Calling Bell. the Curse of the Bell, and a common, uncommon, and rare relic. Ooh. A boat thing, a frozen egg, and a mango for even more HP. Ah. Frozen egg and playing the Defect perfectly summons the Bird with Arms first, as is tradition. Okay, I want to go to an early shop. So we only have, well, we have 3, but they're all to the left. And I don't like this one because we have to go like along this path to get it. So if we're not going to this one, if we're not going to this one, we have to go to this one. We need to recall and get our Sapphire key here. So depending on how this goes, maybe we go like this way, get our recall here, and then we can potentially take 2 more elites in the back half of the act. That is only 1 event, though. All right, we're going to go to the shop. Re-energy Snecko? Well, most of the time. Only most of the time. Okay, you're already dead. We just have to deal with you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't really care about the Hand of Greed value here. I didn't keep track of how many Hand of Greeds we got off, but it's probably paid for itself by now. No, it costs like 200. It's getting there. I don't know if it quite has yet. Pile Driver could be okay for some draw. Usually we have 2 types of orbs out. Be okay. Yeah, I think some of my easiest Bird with Arms fights are also on the Defect with powers. Strangely enough, you just get like, I mean, it's kind of like this. You get a couple copies of Loop, you get some Frost Orbs, you get some Focus, and then you just can't ever take damage again. But that's all of the Act 3 bosses, really, for the Defect. Awakened One is probably your favorite fight in the game? Oof. I'm, well, I guess I don't hate it. I think it's my least favorite one, though, because of how long it is. Like, sometimes that fight just goes on forever. Kind of a cute blizzard. No. No. Shop is pretty terrible. Okay, like a card remove. That it? Take a power potion, I guess. If we go against a... I don't know. It's kind of like we're killing the Giant Head with Rainbow and then Loop on the Dark Orb. That's how we kill Giant Head. Kill Nemesis. I don't know. Reptomancer's Electrodynamics. Nemesis is basically whatever. Frost Orbs do damage and stuff. when I first started streaming, I was like strongly against using the strength down mechanic with like Piercing Wail and Dark Shackles. So I'd always go into the bird with arms fight, and I thought I was being I don't know what the word is. I was playing, I thought it was like a, you know, it's like I used to play World of Warcraft and people get banned for using like a clever use of gain mechanics kind of thing. I wasn't worried about getting banned in a single player game. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, that feels like it's one of those things that is not there intentionally. But then like the devs came out and they're like, oh yeah, you can go ahead and do that. That's not a big deal. Okay. Not to me personally, of course, but to the community at large. True gamer, yeah. Full healed off of the, oh my god. Full healed off of the urn-faced bird. Now that's some serious dedication though. I mean, I respect it. That's a lot. Our time for Hand of Greed value has largely passed. The word dox before? Dox is like, you know, in the face of doing things online, it's like when you give away who you reveal, you take away your anonymity, and I think streaming in part is in that realm. But if you're like, you know, oh, here's exactly who I am and who I know and all those things, it's just like you're opening the door to a certain type of person who thinks that it's funny to ruin those people's lives. So it's not that it's nothing personal against like the people in my chat. It's just be a little bit careful about those kinds of things. Why is it dox? I actually don't know why it's referred to as doxing. That I don't know. But yeah, there was like, I feel like this has calmed down a lot, but there was that time in streaming when like, people were getting swatted and calling the cops on people once they found out where they were living, and then they were like, a couple people got killed because the police showed up. I mean, it's just like a terrible, terrible situation. So, not saying that's what's happening here, but that's the world we live in, unfortunately. All right, we're looking for that Dark Orb and loops. Got him. Now we need to get this one here, and that's done through Glacier. Yes. Order. Keep this around. We probably get to play that. Okay, we're almost there. If you can just hang on, you know. Just another minute, please. We've lost a lot of what we were doing well in not being able to evoke these orbs. To the point where I'm thinking about digging for a buffer here. Bullseye? Kind of need a bullseye. Then we should be there. Boop. All right, got meat on the bone value. Get our power potion back for perfect value. Yeah, Gremlin Horn has kind of outlived its potential, I'd say. Its best time to be relevant is probably Act 2, and you'd like to have it in Act 1 kind of thing. Kill this guy the same way as a giant head. Yeah, agreed. I think, you know, it's, you just kind of have to run the numbers, and that's the weird thing. Like, if you run the numbers, let's say, you know, what's your number? 99.99% of people are completely normal and just want to have a good time. Well, it doesn't take, you know, if you're streaming, it doesn't take you too long to get to that 0.01%. That's where things can get spooky. Speaking of where things can get spooky. A fairy in a bottle and a capacitor plus. Yes. Now this has to be our sapphire key. Hate to see it, but that's fine. No tungsten rod for us. There's so much healing in this deck, it's crazy. Electro on turn 1 against, and Loop on turn 1 against Reptomancer is about as good as we could have hoped for. Chill is also here. It evokes one of these orbs for 8, and then we do 6 more on top of that. So 14, we just missed these two. Do Bullseye first. Good old barrage. And now we're just missing the focus piece. Good old defrag. Just the 6. Oh wait, 12, 24, 36. No, it's too much damage. No, wait, I see it, I see it. An oddly smooth stone and a skip button. Yeah, its deck's suddenly good. Yeah, it turns out that orbs and orb slots pretty good. And yeah, and Reptomancer only went really well because we had Electrodynamics on turn 1. Did not get either of our loops in play, fortunately. I think death is still on the menu. Could happen. Is how much? 12, 24, 36 versus 25, 34. Or Cold Snap. 8. Break. Oh, Snecko. This is very, very bad, but we have this fairy in a bottle. And a lot of healing. We were planning on going here, but this transient fight has gone somewhere the opposite of good. Yay! We healed. Oh no. This elite, this is super safe. We get 2 upgrades. I don't know how I'm feeling against the bird with arms right now. We're not blocking that consistently. Let's go for another elite. We've got so much healing in here. Yeah, I think Nemesis has potential to be a bit yikes. Mainly for the big attack turn. We don't have any weaken here still. This is the big attack. This is 3, 5, 7, 9, 41. 45. So we can pull back extra damage. We have dual cast coming up, and this puts the Dark Orb in front. Hopefully that is the fight. Oh! Actually, it might still be a win. There's math involved. Hey! Got an Art of War, a colorless potion, and is this like our third-ish copy of Heatsinks Plus that we've seen? I think this fight could be worse than Nemesis, honestly. But I am completely biased. $38? I'm not even debuffed. Okay, that's better. Okay. Very good draw. There is finally, card that pairs super well with Snecko Eye. Sunder Plus. Yes, absolutely. Now, what's left to upgrade is not terribly impressive. We could take our Bullseye to say plus, Glacier to say plus, Holograms to say plus. I think for me, work on these holograms. I had intended to get them both upgraded before now, but just didn't quite work out that way. Let's see what's in here. I don't really care about... Well, we have Toy Ornithopter. We should wait. Taking 10 is a lot, especially when we have Tori. Okay, do we have to play Glacier in this fight? We'd like to play both loops. Would like to play Capacitor as well. Comes down to if we can survive this first phase without it, because we don't really care about it beyond. This is 6, 12, 18. We don't quite kill you. Say good enough. Take 1. The worst time to draw our loops, I guess. Here we are. How much is this? This is 1632.43. Garbage. Okay, maybe panic button gets some value. We'll just use the algorithm here. Oh. Oh. Forgot the stat. I did forget the static, you're right. Alright, just give me my Sunder, please. Just anytime. Anytime, anytime. Also works, I guess. I mean, if we compile driver, we potentially can't do anything else. I want to do it for the draw. But that said, if we just defend here, I guess we can Bullseye after that, but I don't see us evoking this Dark Orb. Like 3 extra block, it's... I also wish we had some kind of scaling, like a kunai or a shuriken. Because without the loops, I feel like this fight goes on way too long and we just take a ton of chip damage just to get out of phase 1. So if we do play both loops and capacitor, we can probably fill those orb slots just fine. And then maybe our block density is high enough. Glaciers and defends and looped frost orbs. So maybe that just has to be the play. Yikes. Because we're not playing Electro, that's for sure. That is 40 damage. That is a lot. Yikes. And if we loop here, like, we're still taking a ton of damage. I had planned to get these loops out, but they're just not lining up. Oh. Just need like one good turn where we have some cheap block so we can actually get these loops down. Okay, 6, 12, 24. The hologram barrage does not quite kill. It's very close. Now the loops are free. Oh, that is so good in Troll. Love it. That's okay. I mean, we can panic button here probably. See, this is 3 lightning orbs. We really need a frost orb in front for next turn. I don't want to be drawing the electrodynamics again, but we need the block. Again, we like have to keep this frost orb up front. Don't think we can play the ball lightning. This? The amount of damage or HP that Tori has saved is pretty remarkable. 10 out of 10 relic. Yeah, exactly what Redbeardy said. So only over here. Because you cannot gain block from cards. So it's very specifically cards. So yeah, Frost Orbs work really, really well. You can do things like Wraith Form after image. So oftentimes I like to use Panic Button as like a free extra turn of Intangible, or the Silent. Works really well on like the Ironclad too. It's a solid pick. Oh, we missed Tori value just ever so slightly. All right, meat on the bone, doing work. We're on Donu and Deca with Pantograph. We are back in it all of a sudden. Where is my focus? Question I ask myself often. Yeah, we don't have any focus here. There is none. We didn't see any the whole run, so it's one of those defect runs that didn't happen into it, and we have to find a way to win without it. It's usually a challenge. Really like our turn next turn. We have genetic algorithm coming around. I don't want to draw into it. Now we're in the spooky zone. We don't have our Frost Orb in front for block. Is doing mediocre amounts of damage instead. Ray. Oh my. Just don't have the scaling. Oh, we're shuffling here. Gotta be a little careful. Dude. Did that wrong. We have a lightning orb in front again. Unless it's not wrong at all. Actually, now it is again. Now we die? Maybe. Okay. Could probably do math. We have 48 damage coming in. We have 21. Okay, so we're not looking so good. So I think we have to do this. 30, 36. We're taking a lot. We might have to do this defend. Okay. Frost Orb in front. And we have Glacier. Okay. So this is 60 damage, and then we evoke 2 of these. That's 10 plus. Okay. Got him. Whew. Eat on the bone proc at the end there, too, all according to plan. Go to Act 4 for the 3rd time in a row. 537 Spire bucks. We got an Eternal Feather, so we can upgrade something here. I really don't know what. Oh, no, I do know what. The other copy of Hologram, for sure. Didn't even check if Hand of Greed was coming up. That's true. Man. I don't know. I don't know. No, that was the easiest shop of my life. Bias Cog Orange Pellets. Excuse me, Bias Cog Plus Orange Pellets. That's pretty sweet. Do another card remove on Strike. We are only on 28 cards, so maybe not that important. Earn Phase Bird coming in at an honorable mention, but not next to Bias Cog plus Orange Pellets for sure. Bronze Scales for small amount of extra damage could make the difference. Let's do that, and then we can't afford a potion. Fruit Juice was actually really, really good. This was 10 current and 5 max HP because we have Toy Ornithopter. Now, we're against the Spire Elites where things can go awry very, very quickly. I think there's really ever... Well, there are sometimes. There are some Act 4 Elite fights that are easy. That was a really good draw. Feeling a little good about that. Now this turn, kind of unfortunate. We removed the Snecko debuff, so Sunder is not randomized anymore. Do we have a cheap attack? Oh, we do. We do have Hand of Greed in here, and that would also allow us to turn around. Okay. We're taking 8 damage, so I think we do this. We have another hologram to pull back this Electro. We do need to start doing some damage. pew, pew. Now, if only we had that calipers. Ouch. So if we sunder here, otherwise we do 26. Quite enough damage. If we sunder here, let me see, we have 16, 32, 63 damage. Then we turn around, we block for 40 some, so it's, I think it's almost a full block. As close as we're gonna get anyway. So greedy. And hey, there's that fruit juice I was talking about. And a meteor strike, excuse me. Do we want meteor strike? Probably not. I think we want to keep all our other orbs with bias cog and stuff. I'm okay with 4 energy. Draw it before you clear Sneck out. Like, the damage feels okay. Like, 24 damage. We already have a Sunder in here. Okay, 27 damage. You're right. It does say strike on it. 27 damage. The Plasma Orbs I don't think I care about at all. And then we're not getting... Then we're always not getting Dark Orb, Lightning Orb, or Frost Orb value. It feels really awkward. We don't have any X cost stuff in here. I'm going to skip it. I really like it. Okay. So. We don't have our fantastic combo on turn 1, but we have an attack potion. So all we need is a power and a skill next turn to cleanse all of the debuffs. This turn kind of plays itself. There's not much to do here. We're going to loop. Strike. We are going to bullseye. You're going to hologram back. Strike. We did cleanse the Snecko debuff already. Maybe that was a mistake. And we say, ouch. We have Captain's Wheel for next turn, though. Same idea with this attack potion. We're basically saving it for Bias Cog, which is here to save the day. So we will Bias Cog. We'll play an attack. And this is our only skill, unfortunately. Well, we might actually save this attack potion. Doesn't really matter. It would have been actually probably... No, we couldn't have done that. If we didn't cleanse this Confused debuff on turn 1, we could have tried to pull a big attack from the attack potion and then let the cost be randomized at some point. That probably never happened. It's more like, do we want this attack potion in the draw pile? Because we're shuffling. And I think the answer is usually not. I have to think about this. This is 60, 21, 49 block. We also have Tori. Maybe I should have leaned into Tori value and gotten some extra lightning orbs down. Because now Tori has no value on the multi-attack. We don't have any forms of weak unless it comes exactly from this attack potion. A blizzard? Well, that's not very useful. I think it's the best thing here, though. 12 damage. Okay, so we have 70 some block. Fine. Spicy indeed. We're only halfway there. I don't know if I love our chances right now, but we do have a chance. Okay, whatever we do, we cannot draw here. We need to have genetic algorithm for the next multi-attack. And unfortunately, because I put this lightning armor in front, we can't really do much without taking a lot of beat of death damage. And we lost... Oh, now we lost the Frost Orb up front, so I might have gotten us killed somewhere. Dang. That's pretty bad. Well, there's still a chance. Need, like, the big attack next turn. I think. Can we afford to pass? I don't think so. Ball lightning isn't that important. We do have 10 HP up here, so that's something. The other stuff we'll pass on. Need the big attack. Oh! Oh, we also didn't get the genetic algorithm. Okay, I think we were dead anyway. I'm not really going to do the math here. I think we're just dead. How much is this? This is a big number. 8 times 15, 120 damage. Yeah, we had to pull the genetic this turn. Dang, very close, very close. The Frost Orb in front, though, so let's just see. So Frost Orb in front was an extra 28 block at the start of this turn. 34 plus 28 plus 38 plus 21. 121. Exactly lived. Whoa. Wow. If we had a Frost Orb in front, we exactly lived this turn. And I think if we also... Well, no, Frost Orb had to be in front. But I didn't feel comfortable leaving all our orbs just kind of where they were for the whole fight. Like, the crux of the damage in this deck came from evoking orbs, and then maybe Barrage after we found Capacitor Plus. So I do think it was worth the risk. Ultimately costs us the run, though. Very close. Very, very close. Wah, wah. Good run. Yeah, Static Discharge would have absolutely destroyed the Heart Fight there. We took some chip damage. Maybe there was also a world where we got some extra damage down early and then leaned into Tori, kind of face-tanking the multi-attacks. Maybe. I don't really know. But yeah, I think if that was the big attack before the multi-attack, we maybe won that one. We could have gotten around to a Frost Orb up front and then had Genetic Algorithm coming around, which had pretty good odds of being drawn. So really good run, almost hit for the cycle. Ironclad Silent, fall just short on the Defect. Really, really good runs tonight, though. Nothing to be sad about. That's 820. That's a really good night of Slay the Spire, especially for me.